I think it's great that Bristol has its own COP26 event, because it means people who can't go all the way to Glasgow can come together and talk about possibly some more practical things that we can do.
It's great to see cities like Bristol who set net zero targets, and really we're not going to meet those net zero targets unless all the businesses and individuals in the city also get on board with it.
The clock is ticking on this particular situation, so whatever size of company, I think it's any business's duty to do absolutely everything that they can.
I think if you're not living the reality of the change, then you're part of the problem.
We are a capitalist society, it's the way that we are built. So if businesses don't wake up and try and do something, then basically there isn't any hope, unfortunately.
Business are on different stages of this journey, and actually learning from each other is a big part of what today's about.
I think we're very much at the discovery phase of what we need to do to firstly measure, monitor and then reduce our carbon footprint.
I know that these things are going to happen small and gradually.
It's about going step by step and doing it imperfectly until you get it right.
We need a huge amount of investment to get to net zero by 2030, 2040 or 2050, whatever the timeline is.
The reality is that businesses potentially have more budget to do things than politicians do.
Where public organisations are unable to act, business can show innovation, dynamism, fast movement, all those things that we associate with the private sector.
Government follows what business is doing. Government follows the money. If the business can kind of push different narratives and push the sustainability narrative, the government is going to have to make the companies that aren't doing what they should be doing actually do what other companies are doing.
Bristol has been a great example of private-public partnerships for the last 30 years, and I think this only does work if we work in partnership, because neither business on its own or the city council or the public sector on its own can achieve all we need to achieve. Together we are really powerful, we can make a massive difference.
We want businesses to thrive and flourish through this. We don't want anyone to be driven into the ground. So the idea is how can we support you through that. So we've made an offer today that we'll support any business that wants to commit to net zero for 2030. We'll support them to write that plan.
The question is, how do we also create opportunities out of the fact that we do need to decarbonise how we live and work?
If we start with the mindset of here is a great opportunity for business, rather than here is a lot of problems, then I think we will make much more headway.
The whole point of business is to make the most of change, and this is an extraordinary opportunity for business to actually reinvent itself to some extent.
A huge amount of jobs, if you look out to 2050, are going to be created, and actually the net impact is positive, which is really exciting.
We know that in Bristol there's £9 billion worth of opportunities, lots of business, lots of contracts, lots of ways that actually business can benefit from that.
It's great to hear the level of ambition from the organisations in the room, and finally we're having the discussions that we need to have to move forward.
What we need to do here is to translate that ambition into actual delivery, and we haven't got long to do it.
It's so important for something like this to be happening in Bristol because it shows a real community side of things. It shows that we are, as a city, engaged and acting.
We have got, I think, a market leader position around the environment and around clean growth. But we've got an opportunity, I think, to go much further and faster.
We need to be totally transparent and we need to be realistic. This is not about greenwashing.
We need integrity to be here. So if we lead by example, we're honest about what we're doing and what we're not doing, we will make progress. I have faith in this room. I had faith in the people who came here and decided that they were going to take some action. And they're still here. I mean, this is after the event. They're still talking about what they're going to do. That's a success.